Not all fast food fries are created equal. From one chain to the next, you'll find plenty of differences in flavor, texture, and style, but only one can claim the top spot. Have you ever picked up an order of White Castle fries and found most of them disappointingly soft instead of crispy? While the chain gets plenty of menu items right, its crinkle-cut fries rarely stand out. Even when they aren't soggy, they often seem under-seasoned. And it doesn't appear to be limited to a single restaurant. Customers seem to run into the same problem at White Castle locations across the board. Dairy Queen may serve fries, but they're far from the chain's strongest menu item. Order a burger and fries, and you might end up wondering if the meal was worth the price. Making good fries isn't especially difficult, yet Dairy Queen often struggles to cook them all the way through, leaving them underwhelming. There is one saving grace, though. Dip those fries into a soft-serve cone or blizzard, and somehow they become a whole lot more enjoyable.
Perfect!
Shake Shack has built a reputation as a trendy burger spot, often drawing long lines of eager customers. But back in 2013, the chain made a misstep when it replaced its crinkle-cut fries with a more artisanal, fresh-cut version. The change didn't go over well, and the fries were eventually scrapped in favor of a return to crinkle cuts, this time using a frozen preparation designed for consistency. Even so, the end result still hasn't won over many fans. Johnny Rockets serves fries with the skins left on, which is a big plus. Arguably the ideal way fries should be prepared. The trouble begins when they're loaded up with extras like cheese, chili, or bacon, which is a common move at the restaurant. Under that kind of weight, the fries often lose their texture and turn soft and soggy. If you stick to a plain order and avoid the heavy toppings, you're far less likely to be disappointed. This popular chicken finger chain has earned a loyal following thanks to its crispy tenders and signature dipping sauce. Its fries, though, don't enjoy the same reputation. While the crinkle-cut style has potential, they're often soft and unevenly cooked. Paired with the chicken and sauce, they're perfectly decent, but by themselves, they're far less impressive. Some fast food fans swear waffle fries are the best, but not everyone agrees. Chick-fil-A has made them its signature side, yet their unique shape can feel like a cross between a potato chip and a traditional fry. When they're served fresh and nicely crisped, they're enjoyable enough. Still, they really shine when dipped into one of Chick-fil-A's signature sauces, which helps bring extra flavor to an otherwise fairly mild fry. In-N-Out Burger takes pride in preparing nearly everything fresh, including its hand-cut French fries. Cooked in 100% sunflower oil and finished with a sprinkle of salt, they sound like they'd be outstanding. In reality, the standard fries often arrive light in color with a soft texture and not much flavor. You can order them well done from the secret menu for a crispier bite, but if a custom request is needed to improve them, the regular version clearly leaves something to be desired.
But we're working really hard.
You're not working hard enough. I need results.
The fries here are perfectly decent, but they aren't the reason most people visit. They're natural cut with bits of potato skin still attached, a feature that some diners love and others don't. If plain fries seem too ordinary, there are loaded versions topped with truffle cheese and bacon. Even so, these fries never quite live up to the hype. Extra toppings and sauces can help, but they still struggle to deliver much flavor on their own. Taco Bell added nacho fries to its menu in 2018, giving fast food fans a different take on the classic side. Instead of plain fries, they're tossed in a bold Mexican-inspired seasoning and paired with a cup of warm nacho cheese for dipping. Surprisingly, the combination works really well. The fries stay crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and the mildly spicy seasoning balances nicely with the creamy cheese sauce. When you're at Popeyes, the Cajun fries may seem like the obvious side, but the famous buttery biscuit might be the better choice. The fries aren't terrible, though they do have a few shortcomings. Their crunchy coating comes from a light batter, while the potatoes underneath often end up softer than expected instead of truly crispy. The seasoning has a nice flavor, but it can be overly salty. And for something labeled Cajun, it doesn't deliver nearly as much heat as you'd expect.
It's not so bad.
Uh-huh. It's more tingly than hot.
Yeah.
Jack in the Box offers both regular and curly fries, but we're focusing on the classic version here. These straight-cut fries are nicely crisp, reasonably seasoned, and have a stronger potato flavor than many competing chains. Still, they carry a slightly processed taste along with a bit of extra grease, making ketchup or another dipping sauce feel almost essential. They're at their best fresh from the fryer, but once they cool down, they quickly become dry, chewy, and far less enjoyable. Ultra-thin fries are notoriously difficult to make well, and they're definitely a matter of personal preference, much like the thick, fresh-cut fries served by other chains. Steak 'n Shake, however, gets two things right. Its shoestring fries are reliably hot and consistently crispy. They may not win over everyone, but at least you know exactly what to expect. Better yet, you can top them with cheese sauce, which makes them even more enjoyable. On paper, Wendy's fries seem like they should be among the best. They're made from whole potatoes, keep the skins on, are cooked in vegetable oil, and finished with a light sprinkle of sea salt. Even so, they never quite deliver. The outside has a satisfying crunch, but the inside lacks the soft, fluffy texture you'd expect from fries this size. Instead, they tend to be surprisingly dry and a bit short on flavor. Bojangles gets plenty of things right, from serving breakfast all day to consistently solid chicken. Another standout is its seasoned, flat steak fries. While many places rely heavily on salt and a bit of heat to call something seasoned, Bojangles takes a more balanced approach. The Cajun-style flavor comes through clearly in every bite, giving the fries real character. They're flavorful enough on their own that ketchup doesn't feel necessary. Most people probably head to A&W for its famous root beer, but the chain also serves up some solid fries. They may not be the standout item on the menu, but they're still enjoyable enough that you wouldn't pass on an order. Just don't expect to be splitting them. These are the kind of fries you'll want to keep to yourself.
There are several sacred things in this world that you don't ever mess with. One of them happens to be another man's fries.
The fries keep their skins on and are lightly seasoned with salt and pepper, which pairs nicely with the classic root beer float. Whether you choose to dip them or not really comes down to personal preference. In a sea of standard fast food fries, Arby's curly fries stand out immediately. Their bright, orange-tinted spiral shape looks nothing like the usual straight-cut options. A mild but flavorful pepper seasoning ties in especially well with Arby's roast beef sandwiches. Most of the time, they're satisfyingly crisp, though you might occasionally get a piece that feels a bit underdone. Even so, they're widely considered a step above the typical fry offering. A taco spot known for good fries might sound unusual, but Del Taco pulls it off. Their crinkle-cut fries have a familiar, comforting taste that feels like something you've had before. Simple and homey, almost like a quick homemade batch on a busy weeknight. They don't try to reinvent what fries should be, unlike some other taco chains. That straightforward approach makes stopping in just for a side of fries surprisingly worthwhile.
I'm hungry. Let's get a taco.
Burger King goes for a fry that blends consistency with a thicker, more hand-cut style. Made from real potatoes and enhanced with ingredients like potato starch and rice flour, they're designed to maximize crunch and hold their shape. Even so, they come up a bit short in the flavor department. The taste can feel somewhat plain, which is why ketchup or other sauces tend to do most of the heavy lifting. They're not bad by any means, but they don't quite rank among the strongest options out there. Many people don't even think of Wingstop as a place for fries, but they're actually one of the strongest items on the menu. The chain starts with hand-cut potatoes that are fried until crisp and then tossed in its signature seasoning blend. That mix adds a subtle balance of salty, peppery, and slightly sweet notes that enhances the natural flavor of the potato. The result feels a bit rustic, so the texture can vary. Some fries stay softer, while others turn extra crisp and deeply browned. Add a dipping sauce, and they can easily stand on their own as a full meal. Five Guys sets a high bar that other fast food chains struggle to match when it comes to fries. They're hand-cut, served in hefty portions, and consistently seasoned with just the right amount of salt. The texture hits a sweet spot, crispy on the outside without drying out inside. While they may be pricier than standard fast food options like Burger King, the quality makes them feel well worth the extra cost. This isn't one of those niche rankings where obscure spots get crowned just for novelty. Some classics earn their reputation, and McDonald's fries are a prime example. Each thin fry delivers a crisp outer layer that gives way to a soft, fluffy center, striking a satisfying balance of texture. The mix of salt, savory seasoning, and potato flavor creates a simple but highly effective combination. It's easy to see why they remain such a crowd favorite.